Thank you for joining me. This is the second part to this story, so if you haven't watched part 1, then I suggest watching that video first. You can click on the link above or in the description below. And with that out of the way, onto the story. My entitled half-sister induces childbirth 3 months early to get money. Oh boy, I wish this was a weird joke, but no. This happened. I have to warn ahead, this is not a pretty story. As the saga of my family goes on, I'm happy to report I have moved to a safer town away from my half-sister's ex. I won't give details where, but far enough and with some changes in my personal life that will make very hard for that creep to find me or my daughter. On that note, due to the situation we were in, we got lucky enough to get a priority on my foster daughter's adoption. She's now my partner and I's legal child. That's the good news. The bad news are coming from my sister. So, I received an email a bit after New Year's from a relative in my birth country. He told me my sister was in urgent care since she had induced herself to give birth to get money for having a baby with special needs. I can't make this up. Unfortunately, it backfired horribly. I don't know all the details, but the methods she used were very aggressive and damaging. So much so, the baby might not make it. As of right now, the baby boy is alive, but so delicate my relatives were told the chance of him making it to the end of January are close to none. I understand some of the things she did was hit her own belly and other violent attacks on herself. She, by some grace only entitled people have, is somewhat okay. Apparently the sudden birth didn't do much to her overall health so far. That said, as soon as she's released from the hospital, she is to be arrested and will stand trial. With how justice is back home, she's bound for prison. Highly religious people don't take this kind of behavior too kindly. The baby, if he survives, will be taken in by the government. They consider my sister far too much of a risk to even grant custody to relatives. Not even distant or partial relatives in other countries are been considered. That's also not counting on the possible lifelong treatments that poor little one is going to need. From what I was told, he has high chances of neurological damage, more than likely will need special care for life, and right now is so weak, they have to tube feed him since he can't actually drink, not even from a bottle. I want to make something clear, and if I sound curt, is because I'm very much peed off. I offered her a termination, not because I believe in that procedure, but because I didn't want a child to be born to suffer. No child deserves what happened to this baby. Needless to say, my ex-sister has lost not just her parental rights, but any support or affection the family had. I actually send a letter to her mother to be delivered to this woman telling her pretty much as far as I am concerned, she is no family, and if she ever messages me I will block her. Even siblings I don't get along with agree with me. I feel ashamed that filth is even partially related to me. I wish I can put all my thoughts here, but the anger I feel is absolutely making me irrational right now. So for now all I will focus on is settling in my new home. I wish I had a happy joke to ease things, but there isn't. That woman has ruined so many lives I can't even imagine where she got it from. Not even our garbage father was this bad. Small edit, I wanted to post this before bed, but took me a bit to figure out the wording. I really appreciate the well wishes and hopes for the recovery of the child. I do too. The thing is, I don't see him as my nephew and would rather not get it mixed up. It's not to be callous or mean. I am just trying to avoid getting emotionally attached. We've already been told our family, extended included, will be no contact if he pulls through. He will be taken to the comparative to foster care and placed with the family in a closed adoption. We aren't even allowed to see him. All news we get are hospital updates out of charity. I did call to check if there's any updates, and other than my sister been finally released from the hospital and straight into a cell, nothing has changed. Little one is still fighting, so hopefully he'll get through and he'll be given to a family that deserves him. Right now that monster I'm related to is looking at 10 to 20 years penalty. 20 is the max offered in our birth country, and she'll have to represent herself as no one will pay for a lawyer. And we don't have access to free lawyers like the US. And I want to point out, prisons where I come from are no resort. They are overcrowded, unhealthy, and underfunded. It was worse when I was a kid, but I know for a fact they are not much better. So I am more than sure that if she's convicted, she is looking to at least a decade on horrible conditions. And I feel absolutely no empathy for her. Second update, just wanted to post that unfortunately the little one didn't make it. He passed away early today. His grandmother was given permission to take care of the funeral and my siblings, and I will be sending her money. We are low-key discussing bringing her to live in the US to live with my mom and her husband, as she is close to my mom and won't have to be alone being judged for what her daughter did. I don't think I can really update more for a while, at least until I know what will happen to that woman who now is absolutely bound for jail. My entitled sister got away with literal murder. So, been a while since I posted. I've been busy with a lot of changes, and to be sincere, my horrid sister was last in my mind. This isn't a great update, but to shorten a lengthy story, my sister was arrested for causing injuries to her unborn baby. He was born premature and with severe physical damage. She was fine. Unfortunately, the baby boy didn't make it and died a bit after being born. A few days ago, my uncle called to let me know my sister somehow managed to get all charges dropped except for a minor charge related to making a fake police report. She accused her mother of stealing her car. My sister has no car. Not the best news all things considered, but right now she has no money left save a few $100s she was given by a mutual friend, and no one in our mixed family wants to help her. She even tried contacting my parents, we share a deceased father, not our mothers, to get my new number. Luckily they refused. That's really my only consolation right now, is like almost my whole life, she has the power to cause immense damage and still get out of it. Regardless, not all news are bad. I did hear because of her US criminal record she will not be allowed to apply for a visa for 10 years. So she's stuck in Latin America with no home, actual money or a job. She's never held a job since we were kids and she's in her 30s. Wish I had a more satisfactory report on this, but sadly there's no jail sentence. Small edit, also to clear something. My sister wasn't trying to terminate a pregnancy. She was trying to cause development damage to give birth to a special needs child. She would have had access to a monthly check for the rest of the child's life to cover their care and needs, which I doubt she would use for that. My insane half-sister creates fake social media under my name. Oh boy, here we go again. To the actual story, I got called into a video conference today because I had broken the company's social behavior policies. The rundown on those is basically that we're not allowed to post inappropriate social media, and we are to behave in a way that represents the company respectfully and properly. I am corporate, so very strict for me. Some of these policies are straight firing if broken. Obviously I was terrified, up until my boss described the situation. Apparently someone created an OnlyFans under my name. No, not giving it out. Don't even ask, please. It was very, saying inappropriate isn't enough. Straight up really bad adult stuff based on the thumbnails, which I hope a round of heavy alcohol will help me forever forget. First of all, I don't have nearly enough confidence for OnlyFans. I don't even have the courage to go into the website. Not my thing. Second, I just had to laugh when HR pulled the page with my name on it and a picture of Karen. I just stared at them and asked if they saw the issue. They tried to paint it as well it still reflects poorly on the company. I'll cut the amount of BS that went back and forth until the boss basically said this was stupid, and to just let it be since it's obvious the person in the OnlyFans is not me. The only thing Karen and I have in common is our nose and eye color. I am ignoring the whole thing, though I low-key sent it to our eldest brother who already told me he's gonna take care of it. Knowing him, Karen might end up in a convent, or somewhere with no internet. There's a lot of towns in our home country like that. Pretty sure this was an attempt to get me fired or maybe have my partner leave me. Could even be a prelude to reporting me to CPS to get my daughter taken from me. I already have them informed of the situation and our caseworker actually laughed at the sheer stupidity. So yeah, seems this is going to be my new normal until Karen finds a new target. In any case, I just wanted to say thanks to people that offered support to myself and my little Sith. Lily is doing great in her new school and has already found an apprentice, best friend for all Star Wars related shenanigans. She also discovered a new fascination in Avatar, so now she wants to learn martial arts. Mary and her wife are doing well too. They are actually considering adoption too in the not necessarily near future. Right now they enjoy spoiling Lily rotten. Thanks for watching. I will leave a link to OP's profile in the description below. She updates on this story every couple of months. There is also a story about Ken, her sister's ex-boyfriend, stalking her, which you may want to check out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.